I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
It's nothing, I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You
murderer!
My
You
wife
killed
is
Lily!
She was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you get
what about
off?
Faith?
You think you have the right to just do this to
everything you
people?
said.
You're a fucking crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't...
You gave the order. يقول انا ما ذبحتهم.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the
بس
call.
انت اللي
I
ايه انت
have
اللي
to
قلت له
explain the
يذبحهم.
situation to you again.
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
He wasn't behind it.
Georgie was a victim of this psycho too.
انه ما له دخل.
He was pushed into the whole thing and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
Let
خلها
her
تخلص.
finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical
لا don't
artifacts.
interrupt. لا تقول شيء.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
هذه كل الاتهامات اللي
First
عليه.
of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come on,
involved.
it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
The rest of the charges are more than enough to deserve
We
execution.
all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
نتعامل معاه
ridiculous.
بالعدل والعدالة وعادل المزة.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered two of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
You've
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
مو بهذا اللي قاله
Georgie
جورجي.
seemed
طيب
pretty
يقول انه هو اللي
convinced he
قتل.
didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
I was attacked.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
I see, you want to cut right to the point. I can appreciate that. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith, the way you manipulated her. Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith wanted
I'm sorry,
to—
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
يقول ما يدخل لما الحكومة تركتكم أنا جيت ساعدتكم.
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to
ما
help them.
تركنا أحد. يقول.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living,
يقول أنا ساعدتهم.
provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What? يقول إنه جو عندي
You were gonna burn her tree?
snows in the
Why would you want that?
Is that true? I know what you're doing.
لا تحاول إنك تلف وتدور في الكلام يا أبو عين
Can't
ها.
manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk.
قاعد يحاول
not?
يقلب الناس علينا.
Bigby just
This
means
is important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
you know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you.
يقول ممكن نغلط بس تراني
And so
نهتم
does the
فيكم يعني
sheriff.
نحاول.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
أوي.
Which is why the Crooked Man must be punished for his crimes. The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life.
إنه لازم
You would
يعاقب
go to
الكروكيد
him
مان هذا
for
أبو عين.
help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his
Took
strength.
faith in Lily from us.
And if things didn't fall exactly his way,
We never-
someone would die.
We're not gonna tolerate this shit anymore. The debts are wiped. His business is closed. He's done.
خلاص لازم ننهي الموضوع يقول.
You're all still afraid of
كل
him,
الشركات
even
حق
now.
الشركات محلاتها لازم تتسكر.
But you needn't be.
القروض اللي
His
أعطاها لازم
contamination
تنمسح
of this
خلاص.
town is over.
أوه كلهم وقفوا
And
معنا.
those girls will have their justice.
تعالي يا عجيز بس تعالي. عشوة.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
يا أخوي يذبحوه وخلصوا أمنا.
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
يقول ما عندي مشكلة بس. What about your history?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this
طب
fucking
وش تاريخك
town?
أنت يا أبو محمد ها؟
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
وين ايش قاعد تحاول تقول يا أبو محمد؟ يقول لنا جورجي كان
logic,
شلون؟
Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer.
Doesn't it?
For fuck's sake, killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think
You're
we'd all
the
just
one
let
to
that
try.
go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
He was a suspect, and I needed answers.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
قاعد أتكلم عن تويدل ذاك
Oh,
الدب
you're right.
الكريه.
Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
إنه ليش
That's
ضربته بعدين ذبحت
So,
أخوه
you
الظاهر.
won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened.
يقول أنا ما عمري قلت لهم
Georgie
اذبحوا البنتين
killed
هذولاك.
Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to
لا
this
يبكي
diseased
سبوك
world,
ثاني
and ever
يحوس
since,
وجهه تكفى.
which one of us has
خرب
been
عينه
happy?
الثانية.
Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
يقول بدوني مين بيدفع
Who
الأجار
will dare challenge
حقكم؟
their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
مين بيساعدكم؟ مين
Who will be
بينقذكم؟
the...
Bigby? Miss White?
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in
Go ahead, go ahead. يلا قولي قولي.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut
whether-
up.
إيه.
You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons.
كنت تستعبدنا.
But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
فيفيان killed herself ماتت.
Vivian...
ذبحت نفسها.
Back at the
فيفيان
pie.
ذبحت نفسها.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa. My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only
You know
two
what
people who
happened.
ever gave a damn about me.
And And this just confirms it.
He made
تقول أنا
Georgie
كنت في
do
الغرفة
it.
لما
It was
قال
always
جورجي
him.
اذبح
Georgie would have
البنتين.
never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
كلنا سمعناك تقولها.
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's
What
lives
did you
away
say
and
you
now
were
you
talking?
want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
What did you expect to
كنت
happen
تتوقع
here?
طيب
You're
يعني
getting
إذا
what you
ذبحتهم.
deserve.
Well done then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I
خلنا
can
نسجنه
help.
بس ما
We'll use
نذبحه.
magic. I
That's not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't give a shit
bloodshed
So we
about
get
already?
rid
It's
of
too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
خلنا نزي فوت
Should have a
voting.
vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's
ديمقراطية.
going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
اوه انا لازم اصير القاضي.
I guess
عطني
it does.
هات
Fine.
هات المطرقة حق
Are you
القاضي
sure?
هات بس
This
خلني
isn't
افقع
how
وجهي
it's
فيها.
What the people want, Miss White.
اوكي.
Okay.
الناس
Mr.
يبوني
Wolf,
يبوني
it's
انا
your
اصير
call.
قاضي.
Snow.
Just
هلا
Do
بالعيال.
what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We can
die.
lock him
just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
انا اقول نسجنه. يا ابن الله. يا ابن الحيوانة. اديله بوكس. كفو.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
ارمى في البتاع ذا.
Just between us, I was gonna let you live. But now...
You're going to miss me.
شوفك على خير. هنقرا.
No, I won't.
For Lily and Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.